Hello family, welcome to my channel. Today we want to talk about how you can become more productive when you're psyched up and pumped up and ready to hit the ground running. You may list more than enough items on your to-do list. I mean, this needs to get done, and you also need to include this, and this is very necessary as you are writing down your to-do list. When there's a lot of things on your plate, the brain can't cope with processing too much information. The brain gets cluttered because of the many things that you're trying to process at the same time. The conscious brain gets overloaded, and in order to cope, it slows down momentum and looks for something which is safer, the path of least resistance. Now, in order to get around this, so that you maintain momentum, you need clarity. You need a clear strategy. You need to know where you are, you need to know where you want to go, and you need to know the route that you're going to use in order to get there. When your strategy is clear, distractions don't have the same effect. Clarity is one of the first requirements that's needed in order to achieve any successful outcome. Otherwise, you may think you're multitasking and yet you're not getting anything done successfully, that is. So now that we've established that you need a clear strategy, how do you even start? What even motivates you? Different things motivate different people. My goal for today is to ensure that you know thyself. Now let's backtrack a little bit. I want you to see it. I want you to visualize this. Imagine for a moment a straight line. At one end, there's a trait, and at another end, there's a trait. You probably fall in between this line, this imaginary line, where there's one trait at one end and another trait at the end. But you'll tend to lean towards one trait. So today we're going to identify what really motivates you. Are you proactive or are you reactive? Proactive people take full responsibility for making things happen. They think for themselves and are not afraid to make decisions. They deal with problems there and then and do what needs to be done. They have the courage to confront people. They also have the courage to confront issues. Listen to this one is deep. They face the consequences of their actions and don't blame anyone else for it. They instigate change when they are not happy about their circumstances. As you draft your strategy, are you proactive? On the other end of the line, remember we said we need to imagine a straight line with the traits, one trait at the other end and another trait at the other end. The trait that's at the other end of a proactive person is a reactive trait. Reactive people feel the world is happening to them. Everything that goes wrong is always someone else's fault. They get angry and take offense when someone else fails to act the way they should act. They often harbor hard feelings and grudges and resentment. Do you or any people that you know fall into this category? Are you reactive or are you proactive? The second group of people are self-starters or reflective. They get up and act. They are starters, creators, pioneers. They make things happen. These are the active people. They often act without thinking too much, leaping before they perceive, even though they've looked. Whilst on the other hand, we have reflective people. They tend to think and plan and make sure before they act. They prefer to have something to respond to or a problem. They wait for the right time to strike, to act. They consider and evaluate and think a lot and can sometimes take a long time before acting. I know someone who falls into this category. I know someone who falls into this category. At worst, they can put off action on something indefinitely in the name of I'm still thinking or waiting for the right time. Then there's a certain group of people that want to follow criteria. They will not do anything until there is a clear procedure, criteria, with prioritization in terms of steps, with what starts followed by what. This group of people likes structure, clearly defined criteria. They will not act, they will not strategize, they will not start, they will not implement until it's clear. Then there's a group of people that we spoke about in my previous video that are motivated by towards or away from. If you haven't watched that video, please click on that link. I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for watching this far. It means if you stayed this far, you're probably enjoying the content. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to click on the subscription button down below and like this video so that we spread the message. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Welcome back. I do hope you're getting value from these videos. Let's get back right into it. The next group of people that I want to talk about are the internal or external people. Some people get their motivation and confirmation from within themselves. This group of people fall into the internal category. At the other end of the rope or the line lies the external people. These people constantly look for validation or confirmation from somebody else. They need indicators such as a benchmark or a nod from somebody or a compliment from somebody or a measurement or anything that provides externally an indicator of what they're looking for. Now, if you're going to be waiting for somebody, that takes power away from you to run your life, to achieve your dreams, to pursue your goals, to get a successful outcome. Because what if that validation doesn't come? Think about it. Then there's another line with options on the other end and procedures at the extreme end. Some people, before they act, need options, a variety of options. These people are poor at following procedures. They like to change things. They like to update things. They're always looking for a better way or a new way to do something. They like lots of choices, possibilities, variety. These are the options people. These people may not get anything done because of paralysis by analysis. They need options. They're constantly thinking, what if there's a better way to do this? What if there's another way to do this? What if I do it like this? What if I do it like this? Paralysis by analysis. Watch out. Ne? At the opposite end of the spectrum, they are procedures people. Once they know the right way, they want to continue doing things that same way. The procedures people. When you ask them the why question, they will answer you as if you've asked them the how question. Do you know any procedures people in your life? I do. Then there's people who fall into the sameness or difference category. The sameness category, as you probably would have assumed, want things to stay the way they are, to remain the same. They will choose things that are tried and tested. They order the same food. They buy the same clothes. They maintain the same color. They may stay in the same job or the same type of work for 10 to 15 or even more years. They don't like change. In the middle of the line, where we have the sameness, people at one end and difference people at the other end. In the middle of the line, we've got the sameness with exemption. This person aims for sameness first, and then wants to gradually introduce things that have been tried and trusted and tested gradually. They prefer big changes after 5 to 7 years. Others like many new things, a lot of change. Those fall into the category of difference. They change their jobs often. They change their careers more often. They change the companies they work for more often. They change even the businesses that they do often. They move house often. They dislike sameness. They can even change the arrangement of the couches just to see change. Where do you fall? Comment down below. I want to know. In which category do you fall into so far? Comment down below. I want to know. Even the Lord says, behold, I do a new thing. He had to say behold because the people falling in the sameness category may not even see the change. So as you're developing a strategy, as you're initiating momentum, remember, we need it to be very clear so that the brain does not get cluttered and you end up losing that momentum. As you've established which type of person you fall into, make sure to work on your shortfalls and to maximize on your positive traits. Till the next video, remain saved and gold.